person yet because of
No,
COVID.
just in New York. Yeah, since COVID. Yeah.
I pushed go to Facebook Live. I know everybody in New York's going to want me to go have coffee with you and report back, make you feel comfortable. You've been here in like 6 weeks, so you probably
About
already
7 weeks.
feel sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's about 6, 7 weeks
So
now.
you feel like you're already belong.
You know.
Do you ever
Yeah.
really belong anywhere? That's
Yeah. People just can't understand me. Like
I know,
I'm like
right?
I'm like I'm speaking English. I don't know.
Thank
Like
you.
yeah.
When I went to New York, I messed around with the New Yorkers and I told them that I'm from the Upper West Side. And they're like, "You smile too much." And I'm not the good Upper West Side. Upper West Side of the U.S. map, Oregon, still a thing. That's where I'm from. Yeah. So we are live. Facebook, welcome to Comic Spot. I got my Sinbad poster over here. Jen K is here at the same level with Sinbad tonight, you guys. He has arrived. This is her moment. I'm leaving the TV on because it draws attention to Sinbad.
Yeah.
I'm the girl that got Sinbad on her podcast.
That's great.
Yeah, his wife got him twice. She married him twice. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
They
She
were
married him
married
twice.
and then they got married again. They went away from each other and said, you know what? It's not worth it to try to find somebody else. Let's just get back together.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. It's like homing pigeons, they come back. Enough about Sinbad. Tonight, you have the luxury, all of you people who are watching, to see Jen K. Jen K's in the other square. I'm the square in this square, and I'm gonna type something every time I do this. It tries to say keep it private to just me. And how are you guys gonna see it if I have it selected for only me to? This makes no sense. Why is it? Mark Zuckerberg, get off your tuchus and fix this problem.
Took us.
So now I made it public. And let me read the intro that I have of Jen K, because she's one amazing person. When I was in New York, I was put on a show and I got to be on it with her. And I even have a picture to prove it that we were together in a picture. That if that don't prove it, nothing does. So I already met her, but tonight I get to know her along with you guys. So aren't we lucky? Thank God there's a pandemic. Would we be doing this?
We'd be out in the restaurant.
Yeah. So tonight we're really going to dig in and we're going to go down every rabbit hole she'll let us. I'm going to try to trick her to say things she's never told. No, I'm kidding. So here's her intro. Jen K, comedian and producer, born and raised in Queens, New York. Credits include Burbank Comedy Festival, Sway in the Morning radio show, Finalist in New York's Got Talent. That bears repeating. Finalist in New York's Got Talent. Right here. You get it for free on Comic Spot. Yeah. Open for celebrity impersonators, the Edwards twins. Holy Toledo. And she's here for you. Let's get to know her. Welcome to Comic Spot, Jen K. Woo!
Hey, thank you.
Yes,
Thanks for
so
having
glad
me.
you're here. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And now you live. You probably. I live at the extended stay in Vegas. You're probably in the room next to me.
Yeah, I hear you through the wall. I'm knocking right now.
I was doing an interview of a Long Island guy that lives here in Vegas now, and he's in the same building. And so when we did the side by side, I had to keep adjusting because his picture was longer than my picture. It screwed up the whole "we're in the same room" thing.
Oh.
So
Yes.
you've been in Vegas for about 6 weeks. You moved
Yeah.
here, but you grew up in the Bronx, New York. Did I get the right borough?
No, Queens.
Queens, yeah, same thing.
Yeah. You got the right baseball team though, because I'm a Yankees fan. So
Yeah,
right team. This yeah, Queens, New
Yankees.
York.
So if you're a Yankees fan, Jen, does that mean you don't like the Dodgers?
Oh, I don't dislike them. I mean, I know the original New York team, but that was before my time. But yeah, and unfortunately, I heard about Lesota today, passed away.
Yes, that was sad.
Tommy. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate them. But if it's Yankees versus Dodgers, gotta go for the Yankees.
Got to go for the Yankees. I love them both. I'm from the West Coast. We didn't have Jack Diddley, nothing. We have farm teams that feed into the baseball leagues, So
Yeah.
when you get a chance to see the real stuff, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah, big difference, but it's still fun. If you like sports, it's all fun.
Yes. So how crazy of a Yankees fan are you? I mean, will you punch somebody out at a bar if they say the wrong thing?
I won't hit them, but there's been a lot of arguments between me and some other fans in bars and friends of mine that we know from like April to October it's on. Yeah. So I'm a little on the crazy side, but I respect a good game,
Totally. So have you ever played baseball? I have.
Yeah, I grew up bowling and playing softball. And pretty much sports, but in Little League and all that, it was like softball, bowling, soccer 1 year, but definitely played.
So what position did you play? Catcher? Pitcher?
No, shortstop.
Shortstop.
Yeah.
They throw me in the outfield and go, you got short legs, can't do much. I don't know. Just get out there or we can't see you.
Hey, all positions are important. So,
They just kept hoping I'd run into a wall.
No, I'm sure that
I'm terrible at sports, but I'm always sad when they don't pick me for their team. Recess was painful.
All right, we play. I'm going to put you on my team, all right?
Hot damn.
I got you.
Speaking of teams, I happen to be a heterosexual. And I've been thinking about switching teams because I'm not getting put in the game very often.
I don't know. Out in Vegas, I think there's quite a few teams out here. So yeah.
Totally. So let's go into your childhood. How you grew up? Did you have a bunch of family around you? Were they funny? Were you the funny? I want to hear the Jen K before you got up on stage. Trajectory to getting stage.
Yeah, I pretty much grew up around my family. All like walking distance from my uncles, my cousins, my grandma. So it was like, holidays weren't anything like, oh, we get to see family because I saw them all the time. But yeah, I do come from a funny family. My uncles, they were funny guys, and one of my uncles was like a musician. He wrote scripts with my mom. It was all type of like show businessy. My mom's grandfather started like the Wolf Form company, the mannequins.
Wow.
So like show business was kind of like around, and growing up, I just learned about all that and was laughing with everybody, and just like the old time sitcoms. This is why I like love comedy, because I grew up watching all the reruns with my grandmother. Golden Girls, Dick Van Dyke, Mary Tyler Moore. It's like all the old shows, Sanford and Son, All in the Family. It's like that's what I watch, and that's what I just love. There's still funny sitcoms today, but this is what I grew up on. Yes. And just like entertainment, like it was all around. If there was school plays, I was in it. So it was around, and
so
it's always fun.
Sitcoms where the comedy had setups and punchlines.
Yes, yeah. And some improv, like Carol, you just mentioned Carol Burnett show, and you get used to watching it, and then I guess I just started clicking. Like was like, yo, this stuff is fun, you know? And then, I mean,
Totally.
it took me a long time to develop, like, write, but, because I was, like I said, I thought I was going to be a professional bowler. That's what I was like, had my mindset. And as I got, you know, older, I said, no, I think show business might be something worth trying to get into. So
I'd like
here
to
we are.
segue. I'd like to step aside a second from the interview and mention something, since you were contemplating going after professional bowling. Do you know who Steve Marshall is from Broadway
Yeah.
Comedy? Okay.
Yeah, I love Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, don't you? You know, he's the guy. And so
Yeah.
he does this thing on Patreon that for $3 a month, you can go and watch all the shows he's putting out. And the other night, he had Shannon O'Keefe on there, 7-time world bowling champion. Do you know the name?
Sounds familiar.
She was
when you said that.
She was so awesome. You got to get a hold of this interview and hear what she says about life and bowling and attitude. And oh my gosh, she's so cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna check it out. I love Steve.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. Don't tell him
guy.
I sent you. I'll lose points. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. He loves people to watch his shows, and he's been putting on a walk with Steve every day through New York to show that New York is coming back.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and a lot more other shows that he does. So many, you can't even keep track of them all. But back to you. So you grew up and you watched all these shows and you thought, this looks fun. And then as you grew up, you were thinking about pro bowling versus comedy. And something says, you know what? Chances of like having people stare at your rear end while you're throwing a ball down an alley, you know, versus facing ultimate rejection that they don't like your pain, you know.
Right. Behind your back or to your face, right? Which one? Yeah. Yeah, bowling just got a little bit too much about just about the money and making money, you know, the fun came out of it. And then, you know, in high school, just joking around a lot, you know. I mean, it got me in trouble. Sometimes it didn't get me in trouble. And I was just like, you know, comedy, everybody needs to laugh. Laughter is the best medicine.
The best.
You know, no matter what the situation is, you know, gotta laugh.
What, the darker the better. The darker the problem, the sweeter the juice. I'm sorry, I gotta steal that saying.
Yeah, you know, you gotta laugh. You have to.
You gotta laugh. Yeah, there's dark stuff in all our lives, and you've been able to take stuff from your life and make people laugh because of it. Or do you use external things when you write?
It all depends. You know, I have more of observational, how I think, my point of view on it. And
I love that kind of comedy.
Yeah, because it's just, I mean, because I come up with these crazy things. My mom's like, do you hear yourself before you say anything? And my family, again, if we didn't have humor, unfortunately, beginning of 2019, January, February, and April, my cousin passed away. Then my uncle, and then my aunt. And I mean, and when we were joking, and even my uncle, when he was sick, he was the type to joke, and you know, you gotta laugh because we went to the funeral guy, and I'm just like, isn't it like buy 2 get 1 free? Like, you got a scratch card? Like, we brought 3 funerals here, you know. And my cousins, you know, we all laugh about things, and you know, and as we even said, because people will look at us like, oh my God, they're laughing, you know, but that's how we are, you know. So, you know, there's a time and place to be respectful, but also that's how a lot of people get by. You know, you're gonna laugh, and you know, when you know how everybody is about it, because I know my uncles, they wouldn't get offended. They'd be like, oh, they're laughing about it, you know, like the certain situation. So yeah, you gotta, like I said, you gotta laugh.
That thing froze for a second.
Oh, I saw you. You were smiling. And
so your last name is K, and I would be remiss being a baby boomer and not asking you if you were related to Danny K, but he spells it E on the end, I think.
Well, I have that's my stage name. because my dad, like I said, he's Polish and Italian. Yeah, so he'll make you an offer you can't understand. So I do have a long Polish last name, but K is easier. I could tell it to you off screen, and you'll see why. You're like, yeah, do the, you know. And my mom, yeah, I got a Jewish mom, so
super.
You know,
You're
matzo
more
ball Parmesan.
No. You're more Jewish than I am. You know, my mom was Christian, but her dad was Jewish. So, you know, like I couldn't get it right no matter how far I dug in my DNA.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this, you know, and I feel like Jews, Italians are so much alike with the plastic on the couch and all the food and the mother's checking up on you. Either way, it's like, you know, it's just, you know, very, very similar.
Do you get Catholic? Do you get Italian guilt?
Italian guilt? My dad, no, because I mean, but like I said, you would think my mom's the Italian one, but no, I mean, yeah, maybe sometimes because a Jew, Italian guilt, right? Isn't it like pretty much, you know, the same? I think no matter what, all mothers just have like that thing with their kids, you know. You know, you have kids. You're a mom.
I have a daughter. She's 44.
So you know what it is. And no matter how old your kid is, still gonna be, you know, tracking and checking up.
Yes, yes. So talk to me about when you made that choice to not stick your fingers into dirty bowling balls anymore because the draw of the bright lights where you can't see people's faces was just too much. I'm sorry, I'm being silly.
It's all right.
What made you make the choice of professional boil? Oh yeah, you told me. So what was it like when you did it for the first time? What club did you go to? How'd it go?
Open mic or stand up? Like
yeah, like very first time you got on a stage, if it was a mic or a show, contest, something.
Yeah, the open mic. I was nervous because like this is the first time I'm just taking something I personally wrote and just getting on stage. My brother went with me. It was at Creek in the Cave. Yes. And it went well. But I won't look back at these videos because every time I look, I'm like, what the heck was I doing? And I just hate watching it. But it went well. And then I went to New York Comedy Club and in Clayton Fletcher, Mike, feedback. And that's when everything just started to unfold. That's why I started meeting everybody and took his class. And that was March of 2014, my first open mic. So by the time October came, he's like, "You're ready? Do a show." And I was nervous, but he said, "Do it." And I was like, I picked a date and I was like, "Oh man, there's no turning back." Like, here we go.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but it went well.
It went well?
Yeah, it did. Still, when I look back at that video too, I'm like, oh, why was I pacing? But it did. I mean, it went well. And then I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's keep going. And I was like, all right, I love this.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Well, let's talk about some of your accomplishments. Like I'm seeing Burbank Comedy Festival and New York Got Talent finalists. Holy Toledo, just to get into the Burbank Comedy Festival. I applied. I'm still waiting. And that was 19. Just kidding. They're like, Burbank, you're shooting a little high, lady.
Oh, no, it was, it was virtual. Mm-hmm. I was hoping to be in person, but safety first. And I think they do a great job handling all the virtual shows and the festival. So it was a lot of fun because everybody's like hesitant with Zoom, but it felt good. It felt like I had a show, and that was really fun. And New York's Got Talent. So I met my friend Cooper Jordan. I found it online that I would go on Google and just look for festivals and anything I could enter, and it's like a America's Got Talent setting. The audience votes. And there's judges. So I didn't even know that. I just went and then I'm like, oh, wait, the audience votes. So by the time like the third round came, I said, let me start inviting people. and it was a lot of fun. I get, you met a lot of people. I mean, it was at Electra Theater, which isn't there anymore, in Times Square. And it was so much fun. And that led
That's
to a lot of things for me, like the Edgewood twins. So
yes.
I had fun. I always encourage people, go try anything you see online, just apply, audition, whatever you can, submit. Never know.
Super. That's great advice. So, who are some people in the world of comedy who have taken you aside and given you tips that took you to another level?
Well, Steve Marshall.
Isn't he
Speaking
awesome?
about
He
Steve.
just,
Yeah,
he's
Clayton Fletcher, Dean Edwards.
I love
Dean
Edwards, Holy Toledo. Dean Edwards.
Yeah,
Just
he's
Dean
a great
Edwards.
guy. No, I mean, I mean, I was just like lucky enough because I was interning. Dustin Chafin, big one. Al Martin. I was interning at Greenwich Village Comedy Club, so I got to see a lot of headliners. And Dustin used to say, just go listen, go watch. Because after I would see people and I was staying there, he's like, just watch them. And I just started watching everybody, and then you just get to know them and you pick up and just see how they do. And I took Dustin's coaching, so I always, even any criticism, negative, positive, you got to take it in and work with it.
Yes.
So those are a few names to mention.
Do you notice how much I'm smiling?
Yeah.
Does it feel like I'm a phony to you? Because I got told at Flappers that this doesn't look authentic. And I'm like, I don't know how to
we're here talking. I mean,
I'm not like a hard and big city girl. I'm like, a mint julep from Georgia,
yeah, so don't they all smile and wave to everybody there? I mean, a woman just said to me, hey, like, how are you? I'm like, what? I'm like, you see, I'm just walking to the car. It's like, how you doing? I'm like, you want money? She's like, hi. That was it. She just wanted to say hi. I'm like, people say hi over here. Because in New York, it's what are you doing? What are you looking at?
Yes.
That's taking, getting used to that.
I'm very annoying up until 2:00 in the afternoon when I go flatline. But I'm such an annoying person, and I can't help it. This is exactly who I am. I'm annoying. Okay.
I don't think you're annoying. Why are you saying that?
This is the guy. He's gonna book me at Flappers, but he doesn't think that I'm gonna get anywhere being this likable. And I'm like, whatever.
Just go to they have the auditions. They'll go on there. You got this.
I'm like, I'm not changing for you. Do you know how long it took me to get happy? I can't be not happy. If you knew,
always be happy.
I'm not going back to where I came from. No, thank you.
No, should be
anyway.
happy.
So let's get back. I know. This is crazy, but like it's permagrin, and I can't help it. So after you got the finalist on the New York's Got Talent, you got to open for the impersonator guys named them Celebrity Impersonator, the Edwards twins. And then other stuff started coming along for you?
Yeah, I mean, that New York's Got Talent helped with that because Cooper, I met the Edwards twins through Cooper Jordan, and we did a 3, like 4th of July weekend in Atlantic City at the Claridge. And it was part of with the Edwards twins. So they had a couple of us open for them. And I mean, they're out here in Vegas. I don't know if you've seen them. They're going to do some shows here.
I got to find.
Oh, they're so talented. I mean, and they're such nice guys too. Twin brothers. You look at them, they're great.
Wow.
But yeah, and that was fun, and then I got to see them perform, and that was so cool.
That's awesome. So will you be able to open for them here in Vegas?
Possibly, we've talked about it, if the opportunity occurs, maybe, but that would be nice. So if they watch this, come on, let's
So I'm here in Vegas, and do you have any upcoming live shows in Vegas? Because a few of the casinos are really careful, big places where you can mask and social distance. Some of these places are dive places where they're not following rules, and I won't go
Yeah.
to them. But
Um, I'm getting around. I'm meeting more people. I just did a show on Wednesday. Steve McKinley, you're Steve. I went on
Steve
his show and I
McInelly,
met some
yeah.
people. McNelly, I'm sorry, Steve. He sees this, you're gonna say, don't worry. When you see my last name, you can't say it either. Yeah, he put me on his show. It was fun, and I got to meet some comics, and we're talking about meeting other comics, and he was giving me some tips and who to reach out to. So it's coming along, and sometimes the Zoom shows, I just post on Facebook when I have the next show and Instagram, you know. But hopefully
Awesome.
it'll be some more soon.
Yeah, when you get some shows, you probably have a few in your pocket right now. When your shows come up like a week before, tag me in them so I can share, because when you come on here, then I make it my business not to go looking, but if you send me something, I share it.
Oh, thank you. I will.
And another benefit of being on here is that every month, if you have something you want to promote, you can come back on for 5 minutes.
Thank you.
And the other benefit is you're at the same level as Sinbad now.
Sinbad, yeah, yeah. I feel like we're like cousins right now.
Yeah.
Like me and Sinbad right here. How you doing, Sinbad?
So yeah, we're all praying for Sinbad to make a return from having a stroke. So
Yeah, this
no joke
hope
there.
everything's all right. Yeah, no, that's but he'll come back and make everybody laugh. He will.
He will, even if he has to wheel himself out. He'll do it. He'll find it. That guy doesn't go away.
No,
Can't go away. He's got to make a comeback.
He will.
So I hope and pray. So what would you like to say to people as we're closing? Is there anywhere special on the internet people can follow to help your career?
Yeah, I have a Facebook comedy page, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and it's all just at Jen Kay comedy.
It's all Jen K comedy.
Yeah.
And what about a YouTube?
If you search YouTube, I'll come up. Trying to get that more popular by posting stuff, but yeah, no, you mentioned that I should get back on there and start getting that going. But yeah, anything with Jen K comedy will pop up.
Wonderful. What's your ultimate possible best thing to have happen to you in comedy before you, shall we say, kick the bucket?
In comedy, I get just like the credits that I've mentioned. Getting into the comedy festival, I love that. That was big. Because you just hear about it, and I just loved it, being able to perform with a bunch of different people, and like it's New York's Got Talent that opened a lot of doors, and I became friends with Cooper, and and it's just more than just an entertainment. He's a good friend of mine now, so all that sappy stuff,
all that syrup,
and just keep laughing. That's the thing. Again, laughter is the best medicine. So.
And then what's the takeaway for you? The COVID takeaway. What's the big picture? We know all the rotten crap on the bottom underbelly of the world in America, but what's the beautiful takeaway that where you're going to come out better off because of what we went through, or help others to become better off? And that's my last question.
This one wanted to make an appearance. Sorry.
Love cats.
I mean, you know what? I guess just more respect and stay healthy. Less fast food came out of it because I was cooking, but no, just appreciate everything now, because nobody was thinking. I mean, nobody ever wanted anybody on top of them. I mean, New York City trains too. But just have more respect and appreciate things now, because I mean, unfortunately, a lot of businesses were closing, and activities that you can't, just to even go out to eat now, it's like you can't even wait for that. So when that time, because we are gonna go back to normal one day. So when that time comes, just, you know, the local businesses, local entertainers, just, you know, have, you know, show them some love
Absolutely.
and adopt, don't shop.
What's your cat's name?
This one, we just got, what is it, Sebastian? Yeah, we just adopted him, and adopt, don't shop, right? But he
That's
wanted to make an
right.
appearance. He jumped up on my shoulder here. So
Did you adopt your cat here in Vegas?
yeah. So I have
How
3
did-
more in Queens. They're with my
Wow.
mom, yeah. So
Are
they'll
they
be
going
out
to be
here.
coming here? Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
Is your mom coming?
Yeah, she'll be
Super.
coming. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go, but I had so much fun
Me
chopping
too.
it up
Thank
with
you.
Yes, and let me know where you're performing. Come back once a month, send me, tag me and stuff. I will go on to this post now and I will use my, baby boomer brain to say how you made me feel and thoughts and how to support you. And I'll type your stuff on there. And then if you would make sure that winds up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever the hell you
Yeah, I
want to
will
put it would
share
be
it.
great.
Of course. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. Bye,
Thank you.
Jen K. Stay
Bye.
safe.
You too.
Bye.